Have you seen the latest online exclusive from Stampin' Up called Season of Green and Gold? This is part of the Sweet collection, and these papers are absolutely stunning. Hi, I'm Melanie. Welcome back to my channel, Mel's Stampin' Gallery. And today I am going to be using these papers as part of the next challenge series with the gals over at the Inspiration Collaboration Design team. Every month we challenge each other to use products, techniques, whatever, to create a process video for you to hopefully inspire you to create something beautiful. And this month it's about Christmas in July. So I am using this suite of papers. Like I said, this is the Season of Green and Gold Sweet collection, and it is a current online exclusive from Stampin' Up. And it has these beautiful, beautiful papers. One side has the pattern with the gold on it, and then the other side has just a plain simple pattern without the gold. So you can use either side. They're absolutely stunning, like I said. Then there's also these beautiful vellum papers that go with the suite. And this is called Graceful Greenery. And so it's got the coordinating vellum sheets, but how gorgeous are these to make your scrapbook pages or cards, whatever you like. And then there's also in the suite, there are the dies, the Golden Greenery dies, the Golden Greenery stamp set. Then there's also Greetings of the Season. Has some nice greetings for your cards or whatever. But then the dies, let me open this up for you. The dies are made to fit the sayings, but also look how cute they are with this tags, and they have the stitching on them. So these would be great to use for your scrapbook pages as well to build your embellishment clusters. But then also I wanted to show you the Golden Greenery dies that coordinate with the stamp set. The cool thing about this, let me open this up for you. Look at all those dies you get. But the fun thing is some of these dies are meant to not only cut out the coordinating stamp, but they are also meant to line up on the pattern paper to cut out those patterns as well. So lots and lots of possibilities here. All right, I am going to clean this up so we can get started. For today's layout, I am doing just a single page layout, and I've prepared the base already, and I am making a frame style layout. I took a piece of the Designer Series paper from that Sweet collection, and I gutted it out. I'll show you, because you know you don't want to waste all that beautiful paper. So I gutted out the back, and that gave me about a 10-inch square, and I've cut the white paper down to 11.5. So I've got that all adhered together. It makes a nice frame. From that piece that I cut out from the back here, I cut that down to 8 by 8, all right, and then I just cut it in two, in diagonal to form a triangle. I'm going to use the flip side, kind of make a triangle layout here in the center. Now, my idea for this layout came from this image that I found on Pinterest, and this is from my friend Katie Taylor, and I like what she has done here, so I decided to go ahead and use that for my layout today as my inspiration, because I do have two pictures that I'm using. I'm using these these are 3x4s, and I've mounted them on the black cardstock to help them stand out from the paper a little bit. And these are my little granddaughters. If you follow my channel, you know this is probably from a few years ago, 2022. She was born in 2022. And so that's little Addison, and then Charlotte and Izzy. Izzy was wearing her Santa Claus hat, and she kept walking around the house going, ho, 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 Merry Christmas. So I thought that was kind of cute. And then I did find in my stash this title that said ho, ho, ho on it. So I'm going to use that. And then I also found in my stash these chipboard pieces that say Happy Holidays. I'm going to use that to form a title up there. gone ahead and I've backed that ho 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 with some of the very vanilla cardstock, just so you can see that a little bit better. And I think I'm going to take this shape die, stitch shape die, and let's take and cut that out of our very vanilla cardstock. And then that will give me a place right down here. I think that'll be a good place to kind of build up an embellishment cluster there. Let's see, before I adhere that down, I've decided to create a border around the frame here, and to do that I reached into my Close to My Heart stamps, and I have the Christmas Story card making workshop, and there's this tiny little border piece here. I thought I would do that in toffee. It seemed like it just needed something around the edges, because I hadn't sponged it, and I thought about doing a like a doodle border around the edge, but I thought that would look just a little too informal, so I'm just going to take this toffee and carefully go around the edge of this center square. All right, I will finish that all up and then I will be back to share it with you. Okay, so I've got that border stamped around the edge here, and I thought before I'd adhere that down, let's add a little shimmer. I'm going to use my gold shimmer brush. Squeeze a little puddle out on the all-purpose mat here. Ooh, that's a big puddle. And we're just going to tap up in this corner and then down here where the other embellishment cluster is going to go. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but it is really nice and shimmery. And of course, Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell shimmer brushes. They do have the Wink of Stella, which would work well for this too. All right, so now it's time to work on getting those embellishments done. Okay, I've got some embellishments started here, and I die cut these images from the vellum and the pattern paper, and let me show you what that looks like here. So remember I told you you can use the dies from the coordinating dies and stamp set from the Golden Greenery dies, and you can cut out with your dies the shapes right from your DSP. So I thought that was pretty fun. So you don't have to buy the stamp set if you don't want to, but what I like about having the stamp set is when you run out of paper, then you have the stamp set so that you can make more. Because I've been to I was at a stamp convention recently, and they had these where you could die cut out the images from your pattern paper, but then there weren't any stamps to go with it. So it was like, you know, once you were out, used them all up, you didn't have anything left. So that's why I like the stamps too, because then you can make more like I did here. So you take the coordinating stamp and stamp it in the two different colors, and then you can have the stamped images as well if you run out of the print images. And don't forget to use those ones on the edges too, because you know you can use them for tops of photos like that. And just kind of stick some things in here. And then I took this piece, I had some gold vellum, isn't that beautiful? And used one of the die cut shapes from the Golden Greenery die set. So we're just gonna, all right, so let's put some finishing touches on here. I've got the bell shape that I stamped with the coordinating stamp set. So I'm just going to adhere that down right here in this corner, like so. Then I've got this little chipboard bow that I found in my stash. I'm going to attach that to the top of that bell. And then over here, so you see this tiny little piece right here? That's actually from the designer series paper as well. There are tiny little dies to cut out those tiny little pieces of holly. So I'm going to attach some of those down here to lighten it up a little. And I think over here, let's see, up here in this corner I wanted to build a little banner. So I've got some gold and black pieces from my stash. I'm going to put those up there. I want to cover up that hole because I don't feel like putting anything on there, like a piece of twine or anything. So I'm just going to build up my embellishment cluster up here. So if you are enjoying this video, please remember to, if you would be so kind, is to give that a thumbs up and leave me a sweet comment. I do read all the comments and try to respond to you. I do appreciate your feedback. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed already, to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. And don't forget, this is part of a crafty collaboration with my friends at the Inspiration Collaboration Design Team. Every month on the 10th of the month, we all post videos using some products from Stampin' Up. Sometimes it's a product, sometimes it's a challenge. This month it was a Christmas in July using some of these brand new online exclusives from Stampin' Up. All right, so I've got that cluster built up there. Now down here, I don't want to leave that bare, and I put a little tag up here as well. I don't want to leave those bare. So let's see. I'm going to try and use my linen thread, and let's tie a little bow to put there. And let's see, to adhere those bows, I usually like to take a glue dot and adhere that on with a glue dot. And as I go ahead and adhere this title down with my Barely Art glue. All right, and let me move this out of the way so you can get a better look at the layout here and the details. I'll hold that up for you. So that about does it for me today. So thank you so much for joining me, and until next time, I'll see you here on YouTube. Bye.